Hello, this is Gleaner 2024, and today I'm just going to be telling you about the iPad and what my impressions of it are. So it's a 10-inch screen, 10-inch multi-touch LED backlit screen. Looked very nice. It's widescreen. It's got Wi-Fi. You can either get it with Wi-Fi or with Wi-Fi and 3G. You got to pay a little extra to get it with 3G, and then you have to pay to use the 3G. It's like $30 a month to get unlimited, and that's with AT&T without a contract. So I thought that was okay. I would probably just get Wi-Fi because not many people are going to be taking this out somewhere. You can either get a 16 gig, 32 gig, 64 gig model flash drive memory. Again, there's different pricing for that. You'd pay higher for the more space. And it's got an accelerometer. Just flip it and turn it. It's very nice. I think people love that it flips and turns to how you want to use it. It's got the light sensor, which the iPod and MacBooks and the iPhones and stuff like that have. If you're in a dark room, it darkens. If you're in a bright room, it brightens, so you can use it accordingly, which is very nice and able to see everything. It's one of the things I've always loved. The actual display is 1024 by 768 pixel resolution, 132 pixels per inch. It's fingerprint resistant touchscreen, let me just say, so I thought that was very nice. But the screen's high def capable, and it looks pretty much high def all the way through. They showed video. They played some movies from the iTunes store. They played Star Trek the movie, and they played a tiny bit of it, and it looked very high def. It looked great, and I was very impressed with it. And I thought they did a great job making that screen. Then they played some YouTube videos, and they put it in HD. Again, loaded pretty quickly and great quality. So I was very impressed with it that this little tablet was able to run such high quality video. It's just a testament to what Steve Jobs will do. He will not release his products until they're pretty much perfect. It's also got a dock connector on the bottom, obviously, 3.5mm headphone jack, built-in speaker like most of them. It's got a microphone, and it's got the SIM tray in it for the 3G model. They showed the compass in it, which is okay. I'm not going to be taking it hiking with me or anything like that. I'm not going to be running with it in my arms. It's a giant 10-inch tablet. I'm not going to be taking that with me. Where are we? That's not going to fit in my pocket. I'm definitely not carrying a MERS for that thing. Screw that. They showed that the battery life is going to be up to 10 hours of battery life, which is very nice, and they're saying that that's 10 hours of Wi-Fi, watching video, and listening to music. So that's a full 10 hours of iPad use. Not just iPad, I'm using my iPad, touching. That's not use, that's messing around with it. So I was very excited to see that they could do that, and if that's true, I'm very excited for that. If it's like it always is, and Apple has their own time zone, which 10 hours for them is about 6 hours for us, then I won't be incredibly disappointed because I expect that. But if it's 10 hours, I'll be pleasantly surprised. It's a 1 gigahertz Apple A4 chip for processor. It's very nice. It's a custom designed high performance low power system processing chip. It's very nice, and I give Apple much credit for designing their own chip and making that thing so responsive. As soon as you touch it, you would respond right away. Just everything is so fluid and responsive, and I'm very excited for that. That's what you always want, and that's what I think the iPhone and iPod Touch are missing. Immediate response that it feels like it's responding to you and it's not just computing something. So I think that's something that was missing, and now it's here in the iPad. They showed a couple features that they showed Safari, it loads very quickly. They showed the mail, which is a pretty good interface that you just go through. You can delete all your messages, you can read them. It looks pretty fluid. They showed the photos. You can look at all of your albums. There's a list of albums in like thumbnail mode. You can pinch and zoom on them, kind of, and look inside of them, kind of like a peek inside. Show a bunch of the photos in like tiny little boxes. And if you don't want to look at that album, you just toss it back. If you do, you just pinch it up and it'll show all the pictures in that album, which I thought was very nice. So they announced that the iPad will be able to use the iBook store. So the iPad will have 3 stores. It'll have the iTunes store, the App Store, and the iBook store. What iBook is, it's pretty much just like a Kindle. You go in and choose your book, you buy it, and it switches over and turns the book and opens it. You can flip page and read and stuff like that. And it's very fluid, and I think it's going to be a Kindle killer because with combine the store and how many books there are in the selection with the fluidness of the screen, with the fluidness of the processor, and just how well it works and how responsive it is, with the high def resolution, and just how well it looks. It's going to be a killer for the Kindle, and I think it's going to work great. I think many people are going to want to use it for that reason. The library for the iBooks was very nice. It looks a lot like Delicious Library. If you haven't seen, you could look it up. It just displays each book that you have in a bookshelf mode. They showed the maps that were very nice. You can look up the maps of the satellite, and they showed the Eiffel Tower, and they zoomed in. They pinched and zoomed in on the top of the Eiffel Tower. Very high def. It looked like you were flying over the Eiffel Tower, and I was very excited about that. They showed the notes. They were pretty much the basic notes. Calendar has its own little interface. You could just, it's like a book. You flip through the days, and it has different colored boxes for different events of that day. And I like that. I thought it was pretty cool that the way that they renovated the calendar to make it work for the iPad and optimize it for that screen. They showed the spotlight, which is the basic spotlight search. It goes search something, goes through the whole iPad and searches. They showed that it has the home screen, where you can customize the home screen, the back behind the apps before you have to jailbreak your device, like your iPod Touch, your iPhone, so it would show. You can customize and have your own picture in the background. So they let you do that with the iPad. So pretty much what this is a giant iPod Touch or an iPhone. And if you have one of those, you're going to be able to use it instantaneously because it's the same UI. It's all the same stuff. So if you know what to do, then you're going to know what to do with the iPad. I thought it was very nice the way that they made it pretty much the same thing with the applications being able to be backwards compatible and use all the same apps from the iPhone and iPod. And soon they're going to have developers making specifically iPad apps and specifically iPod Touch and iPhone apps. So developers can have fun with that, and I thought that the way that they did that was very nice. So I'm very excited about the device, and I was kind of disappointed because I was hoping that the iPad would have its own interface and wouldn't be just a giant iPod. Because that's kind of old, and not many people are going to be going, I'm going to trade in my iPod or iPhone for a 10-inch iPod. I mean, you could use iWork on it. iWork was pretty cool. I wouldn't use it, and I'm not going to get in depth into it because that would take too long, and I only have 10 minutes. But iWorks, you just edit your own work. Everybody else uses Microsoft Works, pretty much. Even if you have a Mac, most people just use the Microsoft Works for some reason because it's familiar, I guess. I would just keep my iPod Touch or iPhone if you had one. Again, some people would go just for the iBooks and the high-def screen and stuff like that, which is your own thing if you want to do that. So that's what I thought. Leave me a comment or a video response down below and let me know what you thought about it. If you're going to go out and get one, what you're most excited about it with it. So that was my take on the Apple iPad, and I was excited to watch and see what they were releasing. I had fun, so I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.